Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got a what I've been warming video, and it's a big one. This is probably the longest I've ever had to let my what I've been warming stash build up between filming. So every time I film one of these, I empty the basket out and then I restart filling it to film the next one. Now I haven't filmed one of these in like 3 or 4 weeks. So some of these things are from like the tail end of May. So there's a lot of stuff in here that I warmed literally like 3 weeks ago. So some of it's new, some of it's quite further back in my memory. So we'll kind of go through room by room the way we always do. And I'll give you warm reviews, let you know where I warmed it, how it did to the best of my recollection, and whether it changed on warm versus the cold sniff. We will start with bathrooms today. Now I've been in a very like fresh type scent for the bathrooms kind of mood lately. So a lot of these are kind of the aquatic type scents that I normally don't reach a lot for, but I've really been feeling like warming in the bathrooms lately. So the first one here is Harbor's Edge. This is currently available throughout June in the Bring Back My Bar collection. This one was not one of my favorite Bring Back My Bars. This one is like seagrass, I would say salty air. It's a more complex beachy scent. It's like an inland beach scent with a lot of that beach grass. It's got fern in the notes as well. I don't smell a lot of fern, but there is like something here. There's like saltiness and a lot of grass and other things that you would find inland, like on like a, not swamp, but like grass and like greens and that sort of thing. So it's relatively pretty. I just don't get a lot out of this particular bar. So I know a lot of people love this one. I don't know if it's because it's not my typical kind of scent or if it's just not one that warms well in my home. But I did 1 cube in the bathroom and I really didn't smell it all that much. So, I mean, it was kind of just, it didn't really change on warm, but I also really couldn't smell it all that much on warm. So not a favorite and not a repurchase for me, but I know a lot of people do really like this one. Next, we finished up one that I do wish I had stocked up more on. This is an old bar from the All Is Well collection. This is Vitamin Soothe. Now this one is like sea minerals, like rocks, like sea rocks, wet rocks is what I get here. This I really, really like. This kind of reminds me of like an old Calgon scent maybe, but it's very, very fresh and it performs very well. I remember when I first got this bar, I didn't like it enough to repurchase, and I do kick myself now. I would have purchased 1 or 2 more bars had I known it aged this well. But yes, I've finished up my bar of this. I warmed this whole bar in the bathrooms throughout the last year or so, but I did my last cube in the bathroom and it was very, very pleasant. This one goes for days, like quite a few days, maybe like 5 or 6 days. And I like that kind of scent in the bathroom because I don't like to fiddle with bathroom wax all that often. I like to just let it go. So this one did that. I really enjoyed it. It is not currently available, but I would like to see it in a flash sale or something in the future. If we see it again, I will pick up more. So there's Vitamin Soothe. One that is currently available is Desert Rock and Citron. This one is in the Father's Day collection, and I can't remember the notes off the top of my head. This one has kind of a warm rockiness to it. Like if I picture like warm orange rocks that you don't find in my neck of the woods, but probably in like Arizona. It's got these kind of like Rocky Mountain things on it. So I think that's probably desert rock. As for the citron, I don't know. There is something citrusy here, but in like an almost like cologne-y citrusy way. So I don't get like vibrant lemon juice. It's not like squeeze the day lemon. This is more like a cologne lemon, more like a bergamot type scent. So I did 1 cube of this in each of the bathrooms. It did okay. Again, about a medium strength, maybe about 2 days tops with this one. Again, a pretty scent. I just personally don't really go for cologne scents, but I kind of thought I would give this one a warm. Not a repurchase for me, but if you like slightly masculine, it's not overtly cologne, and if you like those slightly masculine scents, you might really enjoy this one. I do like the rocky aspect. That part I really do like. It's the cologne bit that loses me. But it's about an average performer. Average performance all around. Excuse me. Average strength, average throw, average duration. It's very average, but again, not a repurchase for me. Just not my preference. Mediterranean Spa. This is one that was in the last Bring Back My Bar round. This one was one that people either really, really loved or they just didn't really care that much about. And yeah, this one on cold, I really, really like what I'm getting from this one. It's a nice aquatic scent. It's kind of like a spa-like aquatic scent. The notes on this are very, very vague. but it's like a watery spa-like type scent. On warm, this one turns, and I don't like where it goes. It lasts for quite a long time, so if you like the scent, it does perform very well. It just goes very cologne-y to my nose. Like a sharp, harsh cologne, and one that I don't really care for. So this one for me on warm is a no. On cold, I really like it. And that's where these warm reviews are helpful to get, because sometimes, not always, but sometimes things do warm quite differently from how they smell on cold in the packaging. So this one is one of those bars that does kind of shape shift on you in the warmer. And yeah, it's refreshing, but there are aquatic scents I like much better. I really, really love Vitamin Soothe again. But yeah, there's this one. Hey, Ben. Then I did Make a Splash. I had a couple cubes left of this bar, so I did 1 cube in each bathroom. This one is in the current catalog. And this is nice. This is almost like a fruity aquatic. It's also got like some cleanness to it. This is not as watery aquatic as the other ones that I've talked about so far. This one has some fruit to it as well. I'm not sure what fruit. Tropical fruit though. Maybe pineapple or mango or some combination of that. I'm not really sure. But it's very, very nice. It's like an aquatic, maybe apple. Is that what it's in it? It looks like there might be apples on the packaging. I don't know. But definitely fruit. Fruit and like aquatic. This one is in the current catalog for spring and summer, and it's a repeating one. Like, it's been in the catalog a few times. It's nice, and this is one I often overlook because, again, aquatic scents aren't normally my thing, but I do really like this one. It's very, very pleasant. And I didn't think before I warmed it just recently that I would repurchase this. I thought it was just kind of okay and not one I needed in my collection. But after warming this last 2 cubes in the bathrooms, I really did enjoy it, and I probably will pick up another bar of this one. So that was Make a Splash, and I was happy with that one. Next, we have laundry room scents. So I did Quiver, 1 cube of this in the laundry room at one point, probably about a month ago. If we're gonna have squeaking, it's Ben below me here. He's got a lot of toys, most of them have squeakers, and that is his favorite thing. This one is, this one is like a creamy, sweet rose. It's very pretty and very unique. It smells a lot like Lush's Rose Gem, if you're familiar with that. I think you do still have to like floral and rose, but it's not as overtly rose as a lot of scents. It's not like a super powdery rose or anything like that. This is a sweet, soft, creamy, soft rose. I quite like it. It kind of reminds me of something I would wear as like a perfume or a body lotion. It's very pretty that way, very feminine. Performance on this one has struggled for me in my home. In my laundry room, again, it was maybe a light medium, like 4 out of 10 in strength for about a day, and it didn't really go beyond that. So there's that one. I didn't stock up on this one. This was available last Bring Back My Bar. I didn't repurchase more. This is what I have, and that's okay with me. I enjoy this, but it's not one I need. Then we have Pima Cotton, and again, this is one I really didn't care for on cold sniff or really on warm so much when I first got it. This is a very strong floral laundry. It's a lot in the packaging. Oh, you can actually smell this one outside of the packaging. It's probably one of the strongest bars I've tried. Simply Rose might take the cake there, but this one is very, very strong and quite a floral laundry scent. But yeah, no, it's a floral laundry scent. Oh. On warm though, I do this in my laundry room. 1 cube in the laundry room, gorgeous. Like, just gorgeous. It smells exactly like how you'd want your laundry room to smell. So that is how I've been using this bar up, and I'm really enjoying it that way. This one does have really intense headache potential for me, so I wouldn't warm it in my open layout personally just because of that. But for the laundry room where you're not really in there necessarily every day or very often or for very long at a time, this is great. I love this for the laundry room. And if you hear sounds, that is Ben dismembering his stuffy. But yeah, this one, yeah, again, not one I need more of. There are other laundry scents that would fill the same need for me. When I run out of this, I'll probably just use Clothesline instead in that room, but I'm really enjoying this in the laundry room. So again, that kind of is a lesson in that if you have a bar that you really don't like, because I really didn't like this one on cold or in the bathrooms all that much, but in the laundry room, sometimes it's just a matter of finding the spot in your house where this works for you or makes sense for you. because this would be a migraine trigger for me in my open layout or in my bedroom. But in the laundry room where you're just in and out and you're not in there for very long, lovely. So Pima cotton, I've been enjoying that way actually. Would I buy more if it came back? I mean, I wouldn't be sad if I got a bar and a consultant kit or something, but I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get more. But I am enjoying it more than I thought I would. Next we have Huckleberry Hideaway. This was a new scent last fall and winter catalog. There's a good chance we'll see this back this coming fall. I kind of hope we don't, super secretly. Not so secret now, but oh yeah, this one isn't as bad on cold. Okay, so on cold you get a lot of blackberry. I guess it's probably huckleberry. It's fine. It's the same huckleberry note or blackberry note to my nose that a lot of people don't like from Scentsy. So that's something to be aware of. I don't mind that note, so that's fine with me. You also get violet leaf, and it's a very like bitter type of leaf. So there's a lot of bitterness here. It's like a bitter, juicy berry. Very, very tart and quite bitter. Pretty strong too. So I've been doing this one in my office. And the problem with this one for me is it starts off with the berry. It's fine. All good. I put 1 cube of this in the laundry room and just kind of let it go. Because this one will go for days, and I kind of like that for the laundry room because it just kind of, you can kind of set it and forget it. So I put this in on like a Friday. And then on Sunday, my husband was like, it smells like cigarette smoke in the house. Like, what is that? And I was like, cigarette smoke? Like, we don't smoke. We don't have anyone come over that smokes. Like, there's no cigarette smoke near our house. And so I was like, I don't know. So I was walking around trying to sniff things out. And I came to the laundry room and I was like, it smells musty. Just musty is what it smells like. Like, kind of smoky and earthy and musty. And it was this. And this one, after the berry note kind of tapers off after a couple days. So this was Sunday when I noticed the mustiness. So 2 days into the warm, it was still a medium strength, but it was not pleasant at that point. So I think this one can go for days, but it does dramatically change throughout the warm. Starts out kind of berry heavy, the berry top notes die off, and you're left with a very earthy mustiness to my nose. So this is not one I will repurchase at all. I do not want more of this. We do not like it. I will struggle to get through my last 2 cubes. I'll probably throw this into the office or something when I know I won't be in there. But yeah, there is that one. I will say not super fall specific to my nose. It is part of the fall winter collection, or it was last year. But it doesn't smell fallish to my nose. It's very much like an all year round type of scent to my nose. So again, not one for us, not a repurchase, no thank you. Then, so once we discovered the scent, the source of the smoky smell, I took that out of the warmer and put in this one. This is Sweet Pea and Vanilla. This is currently available in Bring Back My Bar. Had to step away for a second because Ben successfully dismembered his stuffy, so I had to find him something else to play with. Get rid of the broken one. So this one is currently available in Bring Back My Bar. This is Sweet Pea and Vanilla. Now this is one that's just kind of okay for me. It's a pretty sweet floral. It's sweet pea, vanilla, and raspberry preserves. I get mostly sweet pea and a little bit of vanilla with just a tiny bit of like maybe, I wouldn't identify raspberry preserves, but I could see it being something fruity and berryish. It's okay. And the thing is with this one does go for a very long time again at kind of a medium strength. So for a small space like the laundry room, where I want something that's going to last a long time, this is actually fitting the bill very nicely. So this one, again, is doing about a medium strength in there. It's been in there for only a day so far, but this one goes for days in pretty much anywhere I've ever put it. Scentsy's Sweet Pea note doesn't mess around. It lasts a very long time. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it in there. It's very pretty, very clean, and very summery. So as much as I thought it was kind of just okay for the bedrooms and stuff, I'm really, again, enjoying this one in the laundry room. So again, one of those bars I just needed to find a different home for in my house. So yeah, really enjoying that one. It's kind of like candy sweet in the laundry room, where I don't get that candy sweetness in any other room. I get more floral in other rooms. But when I warm it in the laundry room, it brings out that kind of candy sweetness to it. So I'm enjoying that one. Next we have the open layout, and this is where I have done probably the most scents. I change my wax in the open layout pretty regularly, probably daily, maybe every 2 days if things last a long time. So the first thing we have is probably the furthest back. This is from the end of May with the Melting Basket Challenge. This one is Love You Very Much and Aussie Plum. I mixed these together, so I did 4 cubes of each in my open layout in alternating warmers. So Love You Very Much is a kind of pretty berry scent. It's juicy. It's a little bit dark, I would say. It kind of feels fallish to me. This one feels fallish. I feel like there's cranberry in here, maybe. I feel like I smell cranberry. It's very, very pretty. It's fruity and kind of deep and comforting and very, very nice. Aussie Plum is kind of similar. This one has more peach to it, where that Love You Very Much does not have peach. This one has peach, Aussie Plum. These were both Bring Back My Bars in the past. They were good together. They were kind of hard to distinguish, and I had a hard time teasing them apart because they are quite similar. And because they're the same color, I couldn't just look at the warmer and tell which one was which because they were the same color in the warmers. So yeah, I think I smelled mostly Love You Very Much when I was warming it. And I feel like the Aussie Plum just kind of complemented it. They were kind of similar in strength. They're about a medium. This was a 1-day melt. Definitely no more than maybe 16 to 18 hours out of this combination. But it was about a medium strength. It was very, very pleasant. We really enjoyed that. Aussie Plum, I do have a couple more bars of this, and I think that's probably good for me. If I ran out and I saw it in a flash sale, I might purchase more. Love You Very Much, I actually really do like this one as far as berry scents go. This is a nice kind of balanced dark berry scent. Again, leans a little bit cooler weather to me, just because of the cranberry note that I'm smelling, but I really do like that one. Next, I did one from the flash sale or the warehouse sale bar bundle that I got. This is the Juicy Apple Raspberry from the Mix It collection. This one is really lovely on cold, and it stayed the same on warm. Yeah, this one is Apple Raspberry. It is exactly what they say it is, and it was very, very lovely. Juicy, bright, kind of reminded me a little bit of Star Apple and Freesia maybe, minus the Freesia note, and it was very pleasant. Punchy and bright, sweet, fun. I would definitely get more of this if I could. I would stock up. I'd probably get a 6-pack or something. If I remember right, this was about a medium performer. It was about an average duration, average strength. It was definitely a 1-dayer, but it was a good solid medium at its peak, and it was nice in the open layout. I would repurchase that for sure. Next, we have one that is currently available. This is Tangerine and Sugarcane. This is in the summer collection. This one is like tangerine, grapefruit, and sugarcane, I think. This one is kind of a nice, just sweet, sugary scent. It kind of reminds me of, on cold it reminds me of drink crystals, like orange drink crystals, but on warm a lot of that fruit punchiness goes away, and it's just a very nice like sugarcane, sweet, fruity type scent. I don't get grapefruit from this, even though it's in the notes. I definitely get more of a sweet tangerine, not quite navel orange. It's a different kind of orange. It's definitely not navel orange. It is definitely like a tangerine. And it is very, very sugared. Like I would say, like you took the peel off the orange slices, that little like membrane that's on them, and then the bare orange, you rolled that in sugar. And then that's what this would smell like. It's nice. It's a fairly, not light performer, but I would say probably not best suited to open spaces. I did it in my open layout, and it was like a light medium, like a 4 out of 10 in strength, about an average duration. But this one does quite a bit better in smaller spaces. I would say small to medium sized bedrooms or less. Yeah, not one that I need to stock up on or get more of, but it is kind of a nice, fun, fresh, fruity scent. I can't see many people really strongly disliking this one, although I said that about Pacific Mist in my haul video, and I still haven't worn Pacific Mist. I said that about that in my haul video, and a lot of people were like, I actually hate that one. So it goes to show you, if I say it, I can't see anyone hating it, people will hate it still. Like, so I could be wrong. But this one seems to be pretty inoffensive. I think it's for the most part a crowd pleaser. Performance could be better, but it's fine. Then we had a day that was just rainy and smoky at the same time, which I've never seen before. Usually if it rains, it clears out the smoke. Not this time. So it's not smoky now, thank goodness. Caramel buttercream. Cozy rainy day scent. This was lovely. This one reminds me a lot of Gimme Candy from the September scent of the month. Yeah, this is a rich, gooey caramel scent. Very, very nice. Kind of short-lived, but pretty strong. I would say this was like an 8 to 10 hour scent. It was quite short duration, but a nice strong like 7 out of 10 in my open layout. So it did very well, just not for very long. So really enjoyed it though, very pleasant. Love that. This is one I didn't club, and I don't think I stocked up on this one either, just because I have Gimme Candy in my club, and so that's my caramel scent of choice. I really hope we see either this one or Gimme Candy in the fall winter catalog, but that remains to be seen. But I hope we get one of those two in there. Next we have Oh Snapdragon. This one was, where did I get this one from? Was this in a whiff box recently? No, this was in my warehouse sale haul. This one is like Snapdragon, and I want to say blood orange or grapefruit or something like that. It is a floral, but it's a very fruity floral. Very, very light in my home. Now, every time I say this is light, there are quite a few people who say this one does very well in their house. So again, I think it depends on your climate, on your home, on everything else. I have never had good luck with Oh Snapdragon. I don't know if it's my house or my climate or what it is, but this one just doesn't like my house. It is a pleasant enough scent. It's not a scent that I get really excited about. It's kind of a generic fruity floral. It's fine. But I just can't really smell it much in my house. I would say it's like a 3 out of 10 in strength at peak, and it's like 12 hours or less. So it's not one I really get all that excited about. It's fine. I don't need more. And I think I might have one more bar of this somewhere. Blonde Wood and Moonflower. This is one that was Bring Back My Bar about a year ago. This is one that is very earthy. I get like sandalwood. It's got a perfuminess to it too. Like sandalwood, perfumey. Kind of a similar perfuminess to Cashmere Pear, but Cashmere Pear is much sweeter and much softer. This is like a very, very woodsy Cashmere Pear. Cashmere Pear is currently available in Bring Back My Bar, and I do prefer it to Blonde Wood and Moonflower. That one I really enjoy. But Blonde Wood and Moonflower, I had some bars stocked up. I think I bought 3 of them when this was available. And I noticed they were getting quite juicy, and the sandalwood was really amping up in them. So I thought I better use them up. So I did a full bar in the open layout. It did very well. This was a 2-day one. Yeah, and this was like a 7 or 8 out of 10 at peak in my open layout, and it was again a 2-day scent. It was not as strong the second day, of course, but this one was a good performer, and this one is a nice long-lasting bar. I was really happy with the performance, and again, it's just kind of a cozy, warm, woodsy scent. I think if you like Palo Santo, you might like this, although this does not have the smoky aspect or the charred aspect that Palo Santo does. So don't be afraid if you hate Palo Santo. But if you like those kind of very warm, woody, cozy, comforting type scents, this is kind of pretty. And it's kind of rare to find a dark, woody, or not dark, but like a warm, woody scent that is spring, summer appropriate. And I feel like this is. A lot of times your woodsy scents are kind of fall, wintry. This one leans very all year round to me. It does not feel fallish or wintry at all. So I really like this one for kind of a summery, woodsy scent. Next, I did a bit of a mix. I think Elizabeth over at Elizabeth Scenes and Scents had suggested sugared strawberry with either birthday cake or birthday wishes, and I decided to do it with birthday wishes. So I did 4 cubes of sugared strawberry, 4 cubes of birthday wishes, and I combined them in the same warmer dish. So 1-to-1 ratio. Sugared strawberry is a very, very pretty, like I would say, not quite strawberry syrup, but like maybe if you cut some strawberries up and then sprinkled some sugar on top and then let them kind of just sit and get juicy for strawberry shortcake. This is that. It's not overtly syrup, but it's getting close to syrup. So kind of that kind of maybe homemade strawberry shortcake scent. Without the cake, without the whipped cream, just the strawberry portion. That's what I get there. This is a very nice mixing strawberry or on its own. And Birthday Wishes is a very light birthday cake scent. This is kind of a like white cake, maybe even an angel food, but definitely a white cake with just a bit of like, not burnt, but like browned edges to the cake. It's very, very nice. And these together was wonderful. Not strong. And again, Birthday Wishes is kind of a, Happy Birthday is so much better, and Happy Birthday is currently available in Bring Back My Bar. If you're a bakery lover, please try Happy Birthday. If you liked Birthday Wishes, but wish it had been stronger and more decadent, Happy Birthday, you need to try it. I like Birthday Wishes. It's in my club currently. I don't know if it's going to stay there. And sugared strawberry I always club in the wintertime, just in case it doesn't come back, because this is a scent that I really do like to use and to mix with. So these together, I would say the strawberry came out a lot. The cake was there, but I would say the strawberry overtook it just a little bit. I would be curious to try this with either a 2-to-1 ratio with more birthday cake, or use Happy Birthday, which is a bit stronger and probably better balanced to the strength of sugared strawberry. I would say this is about a medium strength bar, and I think Happy Birthday is too, where this I would say is a light bar. So I would say if I did it again, I would mix either more birthday wishes or I would do 1-to-1 with Happy Birthday instead. But overall, this was very, very pretty. It was a nice, sweet, pleasant strawberry cake scent. You really can't go wrong. Definitely a 1-dayer. I would say like 12 to 16 hours, somewhere in there. Very pleasant, but short duration. Next, I did Abolish. This is from Country Home Candle. This was a gift from one of my lovely viewers, Leslie. This is Nice Melons, and this one is a watermelon scent. So this one, I've had a bar of this before. This is patented odor neutralizer, effective against a broad spectrum of unpleasant scents, and has odor synthesis technology, which is a registered patent that they hold. And this is kind of a nice, just very strawberry candy scent. Like, not strawberry Jolly Ranchers, because I feel like Watermelon Patch from Scentsy is strawberry Jolly or watermelon Jolly Ranchers. This one I feel like a very specific candy. You know those, they're like a gummy candy. They're like a little watermelon slice with like the green outside and the pink inside, and they're like sugar coated. This smells like those, and it's like sweet but just a tiny bit tart. This is very pleasant. And this one I did again. This is like my go-to type of bar, the Abolish ones. These are the ones I go to when I've left the garbage in the garbage can overnight and there's like a chicken wrapper and it gets all gross. If I have a chicken wrapper that has like destroyed my home smelling environment, I throw one of these in, and it does take care of it. Like, I don't know, I take the garbage out and then put this in. It seems to work. Like, it seems to get rid of odors. So typically my house smells pretty good just because of the nature of the Scentsy everywhere. But when it doesn't, this does seem to get it smelling good again. I would repurchase the Country Home Candles Abolish line. The watermelon scent is nice, but I would probably just stock up on the citrus and sage ones, or maybe even the eucalyptus and mint one. The watermelon one was fun. It was very nice, but I really, really love that citrus and sage scent. So if you're looking for a wax melt to like really not just cover odors, but really like get rid of them, the Abolish ones from Country Home Candle might be a good one. And I think they also ship to the US. They are a Canadian company, so they of course ship within Canada, and I think they also ship to the US. Then I did a mix that my friend here on YouTube, Linda H, had suggested. She had done a mix with Cashmere and Corduroy and Pink Haze. Now, both of these scents are in my club right now. Cashmere and Corduroy is typically a fall-winter scent. We got it a couple years ago, and it's a fall-winter catalog scent. I expect this is popular enough that we're going to see it back in September. I would be very surprised if we don't see this in September. It's in my club anyways. Pink Haze is a Bring Back My Bar scent from a while ago. It is not currently available. I do have this in my club too. So Linda H had suggested mixing these 1-to-1, so I did. And I can't remember if I mixed these in alternate warmers or together. I think I did them together in the same dish, 1-to-1. What I found, it was very, very nice. The Pink Haze and the Cashmere and Corduroy complemented each other. They were similar in strength. I feel like, however, Pink Haze at the start really overtook Cashmere and Corduroy. It was kind of like this. And then as time went on, Pink Haze wore down, but Cashmere and Corduroy held its own. So the balance shifted. The balance at first was heavier on the Pink Haze, but as the Pink Haze wore off, Cashmere and Corduroy was the more predominant scent. So I feel like it just kind of shifted over time. It didn't get better or worse. It just shifted in balance over time. So that was interesting. So I know Cashmere and Corduroy lasts a really long time. The one thing I found with this bar that I haven't noticed in the past, now I know I don't particularly care for Cashmere and Corduroy after day one. I know that. It lasts for longer than 1 day, but something comes out on day 2 that I don't care for. This time, whatever that note is, smelled a lot to me like Violet Sponge Sugar from the Easter collection. And in that one, I was getting garlic on day 2. Like, not cooked garlic, but like fresh picked garlic. And that's what I got here on day 2 as well. Like, it was like, I came in and I was like, it smells like fresh garlic in here. I had no fresh garlic. It was this. So I don't know, it's something that they're using. My nose is obviously haywire. I don't know what that is because I don't think anyone else has mentioned getting garlic from violet spun sugar or from cashmere and corduroy, but that's what my nose is reading it as. It's probably some kind of floral. I don't know. That came out day 2, so I took it out. Pink haze with this though was a very nice mix. If you have both of these in your collection, I would suggest mixing them. I think the 1-to-1 ratio is good. I personally wouldn't leave it in longer than a day though, just because I don't like what cashmere and corduroy does on day 2. I love cashmere and corduroy though. This is a scent that I absolutely love for the bedroom. It's also very beautiful in the open layout. And it's just one of those ones that's just cozy and comforting and sweet and very unique and hard to describe. I love this. It's like Sicilian bergamot, vanilla, and cashmere. It's gorgeous. But again, day 2, something weird happens. Pink haze is like cotton candy and marshmallow fondant and all kinds of stuff. It's maybe raspberry in there too. It's a very, very toothachingly sweet, sugary pink scent. It's lovely, and it really adds to the sweetness of cashmere and corduroy. That was a nice mix, so thank you, Linda. I will probably do that again. Will I keep pink haze in my club for that mix? Probably not. I think sugar could work as well. I might try that as well. Almond croissant. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is one of the bars that I first fell in love with when I first became a consultant. This was in the catalog for a long time, and it is now not, so it's not available now. This is like a buttery croissant with like a bit of cinnamon sugar and toasted almonds. Not almond extract, roasty toasty almonds. This is so good, like so good and comforting. Like I love this one. I don't know why, but I reach for this one in the summer because it's not a very heavy bakery. It is rich and decadent without being heavy and dark and brown sugary. So you do get some cinnamon sugar here, but the spice here is very light and like barely detectable. I would say it's like a tiny hint of cinnamon sugar, but it's mostly that croissant. It's so good. So this one again does about 2 days in my house. I love it. Love, love, love this one. It's in my club. Will forever stay there. And that one is just a non-negotiable love for me. So if you ever see almond croissant in Bring Back My Bar voting, which we may see maybe the next couple rounds as it's been discontinued for long enough. Not yet, but it should be discontinued for 2 years. Maybe in about a year from now. I don't know. I can't remember. Is that right? A year from now? I can't remember time right now. But yeah, this one's fantastic. Love almond croissant. Good performer in my house too, nice and strong. Then we did Stitch Experiment 626. This one is going to be available towards the end of the month, so mark your calendars. We're getting Angel 624 and Stitch back, as well as some fragrance flowers. Spoiler alert. This one is good. This is like a tropical fruity fresh scent. Very well blended. Super fun. Just smells like fun summer in a bar. And super strong. Like it's probably an 8 out of 10 in my open layout, maybe even a 9. And like if the windows are open, this will waft into my driveway. And this is one my husband actually commented, this bar is really, really strong. Now he liked it, but this one was very, very strong. So this bar is about a year old. It does age reasonably well. So if you want to stock up on it, I think you could safely do that. But this one is in my club. I've taken it out for now, just because I know it's coming back at the end of the month. When it comes back, it's going straight back in my club. I love this one. Next we have Hazelnut Latte, and I spilled some wax on it, so it's a little bit messy. But Hazelnut Latte was last Bring Back My Bar. This one is creamy coffee with just a little bit of hazelnut and a lot of creamer. Well, it's a latte, so it's a lot of milk. Very creamy coffee. This is so pretty. This is not a strong, robust coffee scent. That is not what this is. This is a soft, creamy, comforting, wrap yourself in a blanket, cozy scent. This was a Friday evening scent for me. It had been a long, very busy, very difficult week. And so Hazelnut Latte was what I put in, and it was just so cozy and comforting, and I loved it. Oh, so good. This one, I've noticed, I don't know how well this one's going to age. It's in my club. But I did notice that it smells a little bit different than I remember it smelling when it first came out, or when it first came back. So this is one, if you have this in your collection, or if you have stocked up on them, I would keep an eye on them, or keep your nose on them, just to see, because I'm not sure, I have a feeling this one may not age well. This bar isn't all that old, and it was already starting to kind of change in scent just a little bit. It was still absolutely delicious, and I love it. But it was changing just a little bit. So I would be aware of that. If you have this in your collection, just keep sniffing it every couple months to make sure it's not changing on you, and use it up if it is. Then I did a bar of white sands. This is one that I did 6 cubes in the open layout, mostly on the living room side of the house. And then in the kitchen, I did 1 cube of beach. So this was another suggestion that Elizabeth from Elizabeth Scenes and Scents had. She had suggested kind of pairing these with much less beach than of white sands. So I did 6 cubes of white sands total to 1 cube of beach, and that was lovely. That was a nice balance. I think any more beach would have taken over white sands, but just having the 1 cube of beach over in the kitchen with the white sands mostly in this space was a really, really nice mix. And it was a nice complementary scent as you walked from the kitchen to the living room. I really liked it. So white sands, currently available in Bring Back My Bar. This is a beautiful, beautiful, like jasmine, coconut milk and rice milk, coconut water and rice milk, coconut milk, coconut, rice milk. There's rice, coconut, and jasmine. And it sounds like an odd combination, but this is so pretty. This is just like classic, traditional, ladylike, creamy, smooth summer in a bar. I love this. Like, and I don't do summer florals. If there's any florals I can't do, it's those white, heady summer florals, and I just can't do them. This one I can. And it should be one I don't like. But I love this. Like, love it. It's going in my club for sure. Love. And again, this one does quite well. It is one that I find I go a little bit nose blind to. So if you've been in the same space for a while, you might notice you're not smelling it as much. Your nose tends to kind of get used to some scents, especially some scents more than others. And my nose does kind of tend to go a bit blind to white sands, but if I leave and come back, I can smell it again. So white sands is a good one. I would say that was about a medium strength in my open layout, and it did last, was it 2 days? That one might have gone 2 days. And then yeah, beach. This one's a powerhouse. If you want to fill a very large space, beach will do it. This is like a lot of papaya. And I want to say there's melon in here as well, and I can't remember what else. But mostly I'm getting papaya. This is very strong, very fruity, very in your face, very loud. Probably not a great mixer bar in general because it is so strong. It's going to overpower pretty much anything. But if you mix it with a lot of something, with just a tiny bit of this, it might balance better like it did with white sands. That was nice. I have also heard that this pairs well with Beach Daisy. I do have that on my list of things to try because I do think that would be a good mix. But there is beach. I probably won't purchase more of this one myself, but I do think if you have a large space to fill or a very difficult scent to scent home, this one is one you should try. I also think if you really like super strong summer fruity scents, you should try this one. I'm glad I tried it. I'm going to be enjoying the rest of my bar. Don't mix it with Painted Leaves. There was a day where I was testing the Bring Back My Bars and I had this going along with Painted Leaves and then Southern Sweet Tea in adjacent areas in the home. Oh my gosh, that was not pleasant. Beach is okay. Painted Leaves is lovely. Southern Sweet Tea is lovely. All three together was just nauseating. No. But beach, yeah, it's all right. I don't need more, but I'm enjoying what I got here. The most recent thing I did is in my warmers now and it needs to be changed. This is High Mountain Lake and Ocean Air and Coconut Water. So I had done 6 cubes of High Mountain Lake and 3 cubes of Ocean Air and Coconut Water. These are both currently available. So High Mountain Lake is, I can't remember the notes, but I think it had violet leaf as well. Or maybe violet. It was like fresh water and yeah, it's got some kind of violet or something in there. And then Ocean Air and Coconut Water, well, this is Father's Day, High Mountain Lake. Ocean Air and Coconut Water is currently the summer collection. This is so pretty. Ocean Air and Coconut Water is just the most like sweet, well-blended, sweet, what else would I describe this as? The coconut here is like a suggestion of coconut. It's not in your face, powerful coconut. It is definitely coconut water. There is a wateriness to the scent. It's sweet. I would say there's probably vanilla in here as well. This is very lovely, just lovely. And anywhere in the house, I enjoy this. This is one of those scents you can put in any room, anywhere, pretty much any time, probably within spring and summer months. Just gorgeous. Love it. I would say 6 or 7 out of 10 in strength and like an average duration. It's a 1-dayer, but it was a 1-dayer out here. It does much longer in my bedroom. I've had this go like 3 days or even longer in my bedroom, but out here it was a 1-dayer. High Mountain Lake, I can't get this one to perform. This is the only bar I've had of it. I did 2 cubes in the bedroom at one point, couldn't smell it all that much at all. I did it out here. So I did 6 cubes in 3 of the warmers and then 3 cubes of this in 1 warmer. I don't know, like I could smell ocean air and coconut water with the 3 cubes over the 6 cubes of High Mountain Lake. So even just 3 cubes of ocean air and coconut water overpowered double the amount of High Mountain Lake. So that's not a great sign for the strength of High Mountain Lake. The scent is pleasant. I did catch whiffs of it here and there. It has kind of a cozy feel to it almost. I would say it's like a lake scent, but like there's almost like a blankety quality to it, like a coziness, or not a cashmere, but like a blankety scent to it. You know when like scents say they smell like flannel or they smell like a blanket? This kind of had that vibe going on. Outdoorsy for sure. Kind of a warm, cuddly outdoorsy. I enjoy the scent. It's a scent I do enjoy, but it's not one I'll repurchase because I can't seem to get it to perform in my home. So that was a one and done one for me. And again, not one and done, well, not one and done because I don't like it. Just one and done because I couldn't really get it to perform as well as I would like it to. Ocean air and coconut water though, oh, this one is so good. Love. Going into my club and probably staying there for the long term. Absolutely love this bar. People compare it to Blue Coconut Beach from Mother's Day. I personally really prefer ocean air and coconut water. I feel like there's less coconut in this one, and I'm not a huge coconut person. And I feel like this one is better blended, where I feel like the vanilla or whatever the sweet note is in Blue Coconut Beach kind of doesn't mesh as well. This feels very well blended to me. So for that reason, I do prefer ocean air and coconut water, and I love this one. Highly recommend to pretty much everyone. A couple more things I did in the open layout. My dear friend Becky had sent me a box of lovely wax that I'm working my way through. I have got here Dessa's Homespun Scents, Fresh Bread and Jam. This one smells like crusty baked bread, sweet strawberry jam. So Dessa's Homespun Scents. This one came in like a long break apart bar. I did the full bar in the open layout, and this was very nice. I would say, oh, there's Ben. Hey, buddy. There he is. He's a good boy. You gonna be a good boy? So this one was a very like bready jam scent. This is very nice. It's like a white loaf of bread and like strawberry jam. Very pleasant. I would say this was like a light medium in my open layout. Definitely you could smell it for sure, but it wasn't like an overpowering scent. This was again a Friday night melt for me. I really enjoyed this. This was a cozy Friday night scent. Definitely a one evening, like maybe 8 to 10 hour type scent, but so delicious, like so delicious. So thank you, Becky. Then I had done kind of a random little bunch here. There was one point where I can't remember what I was doing or what I was melting, but I just wanted to change the wax in the kitchen, and I can't remember if I had a mix going and there was something had worn out in the kitchen. So I decided to do, I have these bears from before I joined Scentsy. These are Happy Wax cocktail mix, and this is kind of a cute idea. They have 3 different scents of gummy bear, like all their wax in like gummy bear shapes, which is super cute. So it's little gummy bears. They're super cute, and they're like the same size as real gummy bears. But there's 3 colors in the package, and they're all different scents. So there's watermelon mojito, mango daiquiri, and pina colada, and together it's just like this fruity cocktail scent. But the fun thing is you can mix and match them into your warmer dish however you want. So if you want like a watermelon mojito with mango daiquiri, you can do that. If you want a mango pina colada, you could mix those 2 together, or you can just do all 3. I did a mix of all 3, and it was very pleasant. So these ones are okay. I haven't found them to be like outstanding in performance, but they're okay for sure. Would I repurchase? Probably not. I feel like they're kind of expensive for what they are. I think I got these on Zulily though, which is kind of like an overstock type site. So I enjoy these. I'll use them up, and they are so cute. Like I love the gummy bear shapes. The last thing I did in my open layout is a mix of bricks. I had gone to a point last weekend, I think it was, I had decided I needed to do some work on bricks. So I pulled out, it was again a kind of a rainy, cold, cooler day. Not cold, but like 15 degrees or something like that. No, I think it was like 7 degrees here one morning. It was pretty cool. I don't know what 7 degrees is in Fahrenheit. I would say probably what would it be, like 45-ish maybe? 40, 45. It was cooler out. So I did some spiced eggnog with vanilla, cinnamon, maple to make it more year-round appropriate. So I had, was it 2 cubes? 2 cubes of 2 cubes of spiced eggnog. And then I did 1 cube of vanilla, cinnamon, maple. So this was a nice mix. I did, again, mostly spiced eggnog, and then in 2 of the warmers, I also added half a cube of vanilla, cinnamon, maple. It was really nice. I feel like spiced eggnog is very much like a holiday specific scent. It is a like eggnog scent, not overly spiced, but definitely like a little bit of spice and like kind of a boozy eggnog type scent. Very festive. But I feel like adding the vanilla, cinnamon, maple, which I think is in our fall winter catalog, or it was last season anyways. This is a lovely year-round scent to my nose. This is a very lightly spiced, like very light cinnamon with a very nice like vanilla toffee caramel type scent. It's really rich and warm and cozy. It's a great summer rainy day scent to my nose. And I feel like this one kind of just made spiced eggnog a bit more year-round approachable. And so that was a nice mix. I would do that again. Spiced eggnog, I'm now finished my brick. Another brick bites the dust. And I do have this in my club, so I do have smaller bars of it from my club. So I am happy to have more of this on hand, but I'm happy to be done with the great big brick packaging. Vanilla, cinnamon, maple, I have about 3 cubes left because I got 2 full cubes and then 2 half cubes, so 3 total. I hope this comes back in the fall winter catalog again. I didn't purchase any last fall winter because I know I have the brick still. And that sometimes I think is where scents don't do well in the catalog, maybe because people still have bricks left over from previous seasons. So I think a lot of us still had brick left from when it was available in the holidays, and then maybe we didn't buy it in the fall. So I hope they still bring it back because I would like more of this scent. I just was still using my brick up. Another one I did was one I haven't pulled out since I first got it because I really didn't like it when I first got it. And that is the Walt Disney Collection Iridescent. So we have the Disney Iridescent brick here. This one came as a pre-order with my daughter's Disney Castle warmer. Now I can't remember the scent notes on this, but I feel like there was like maybe cedar and like a few floral notes. And I thought it might be like a woodsy floral. It is more of a perfumey floral. On cold, this one kind of like, oh, it almost like turns my stomach a little bit. This one reminds me of a perfume, and I don't know what perfume it is, but it makes me have headaches and I can't do it. It's one of those ones where if like someone I'm around smells like this, I can't. It gives me like such a headache. And it's not that I don't like the scent. I don't mind the scent. I think the scent is fine. It literally makes me sick. As much as that sounds like it, I should hate the scent then, I do dislike it because it makes me sick, but the scent itself is fine. It's the fact that it makes me sick that makes me not like it. Yeah, it's giving me a headache. So this is one that I stuck my nose into, and that particular day I was like, you know what, I think I can do this one. So I took out another brick cube, cut it in half, and I put 1/2 in each of our bathroom mini warmers. So each bathroom got half a cube of the brick, which is about equivalent to normally 2 Scentsy cubes for half a brick cube, but these ones are slightly smaller, so I would say it's more like 1.5 cubes of a regular Scentsy cube in each warmer. We had a lot of opinions on this one. I found myself kind of trying to like just get in and get out of the bathroom as quick as I could because this one was giving me a headache. My husband was like, I don't really like that one. It's not my favorite. My daughter came out and she's like, I love what's in my bathroom. And I was like, of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah, she loves this one, and that's good because that means we can warm it in her bedroom as well, and we can use it there. What I smell here is, I would say, mostly perfume. And like, you know how perfume has that kind of high-pitched perfuminess to it? Like when you think floral, there's like authentic florals, and there's powdery florals, and there's perfumey florals. This is a perfumey floral. And is there some woodsiness there? Yes, in the base notes, but again, they're perfumey woodsy notes as well. This smells like a commercially available perfume. I couldn't tell you which one, or if it even is a specific one, but it smells like a scent that would be very popular in perfume. I feel like I've smelled very similar things to this on people, and I can't do them. Performance on this one though, provided you like the scent, performance is really good. So this has been in the bathrooms for like 3 or 4 days now. Still going just fine. Not as strong as it was the first couple days, but this one was like a solid medium, like 6 or 7 out of, well, 6 out of 10 until yesterday even. Today it's more like a 4. But yeah, nice and long lasting, nice strength. Just not a scent for me. But I'm glad my daughter likes it because that means I can just start putting it in her room and in her bathroom and she'll enjoy the heck out of it. So that's what I'll do with this one. Then on to my daughter's room. We had done some happy birthday in there. She had her birthday last week. She turned 6. So we did happy birthday, which is currently in Bring Back My Bar. And this one is like the most delicious, decadent vanilla, possibly marble cake scent. I would say the frosting here is vanilla for sure. It's good. This one is amazing. I love it. She loves it. This is a crowd pleaser in our house. This is going in the club and staying there. Love. Performance is about a day. It's not a long lasting bar, but it's a nice, decent, strong one. I would say 6 or 7 out of 10 in strength, and about a 1 day average performance. So nice bar. Love that one. Sugar, did 2 cubes of this in her room. This is not currently available. This one is, I want to say, cotton candy and lemon drops, I think. It smells like Aqualina pink sugar if you're familiar with that perfume. It's lovely. This one is so nice. I feel like this particular bar is a little bit more heavy on the lemon than other bars I've had. This one feels like it has a bit more lemon than other bars, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just the batch. But I really love it. I love the scent always. This bar is especially nice. Yeah. So 2 cubes in her bedroom of this. This went for like 3 or 4 days. This is a lovely scent. It's a nice, feminine, girly scent. It's great for mixing. It's great on its own. This is one I love to have. And so I'm glad it's in my club. It is beautiful. We did it on its own this time. And again, nice long lasting scent. And I would say about a medium strength. It's not going to knock you out of the room, but it's also like a nice, you could walk in and smell it immediately type scent. Love that one. Next we did Turning Red. This was a licensed bar, I think was it last summer or the summer before? I can't remember. Maybe last summer. This one is like orange punch, like orange juice crystals. Yeah, that's what it smells like to my nose. This smells like orange fruit punch. So this is not a personal favorite of mine. I don't really love those. This kind of reminds me of Feelin' Punchy from last summer's summer collection. I wasn't a fan of that one either. I just don't seem to like those orange fruit punch type scents. So Turning Red is one of those to my nose. Did 2 cubes in her bedroom, and she did okay the first day. The second day, I don't know what happened, if it was wearing off or what, but she kept coughing like a lot. She kept waking up in the night coughing, and it was this scent. And you'd walk in there, and it would almost like hit you in the back of the throat. Like something in here, it smells dry and powdery, and it would just kind of get you in the back of the throat, and she was like waking up coughing because of it, which is not common, and she's not sick. It's just, it was the scent. So I took this one out and put sugar in, and that did much better. She was fine then. But this one, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this one agrees with us. Probably not one I won't seek out more of this one for sure. I wouldn't buy it even if I saw it on sale. Just not one for us. But I think if you like those like orange fruit punch scents, this would be one to try. I'm not opposed to a fruit punch scent. I do like fruit punch. I prefer more of the like tropical fruit punch though, like the red fruit punch or the blue fruit punch, as opposed to the orange fruit punch. This is very much an orange fruit punch. Yeah, just not for us. It's okay. It smells fine on cold. It was even fine on warm. It just, there's something in here that just kind of gets you in the back of the throat. And so for us, it was a no-go. Then we had done 2 scoops from Sassy Girl Aroma. This was a sample my lovely friend Becky had sent. And I also did go ahead and purchase this scent from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is a lovely one. We love this one in our house. This is spun sugar, berries, strawberries, pink cotton candy, and red grapes. This is like a strawberry sundae. Yeah, this one's so good. This one is just like strawberry sundae. You do get, there's no milk in the notes or ice cream. That blows my mind. You do get berries. You especially get strawberries. You do get cotton candy. I don't know that I smell grapes, but I feel like I definitely smell ice cream, but it's not in the notes. Isn't that funny? So I love this one. This was a nice strong one. It lasted about 2 days in her bedroom. That was a nice performing one. And I would say like 7 or 8 out of 10 in strength. And she loved this one too. So thank you, Becky. And like I said, I did go ahead and get some of this one because this one's excellent. Next, we did 2 cubes from Nostalgia & Co. of cotton candy. And this is one she had sent to me, and I will repurchase this one. This is lovely. This is pink sugar to my nose, mixed mostly with cotton candy. It's like a nice cotton candy scent mixed with like a tiny bit of pink sugar that carries it through. So cotton candy scents don't tend to last all that long, but pink sugar does. And this one has a bit of pink sugar in it that you don't smell so much at the start, but as that very sweet cotton candy wears down, you do get left with the pink sugar, and that carries it through for another like day or two. It's lovely. Really like the performance on this. It was again about a medium strength, nice, like lasted multiple days. I can't remember exactly how many days, but it lasted multiple days, and I will repurchase this scent. I have already reordered from this brand. Recommend. So that is Nostalgia & Co. And she is a Canadian company based out of Ontario, and I'm not sure if she ships to the US. I think she probably does, but she definitely ships within Canada. Then I had done, this was from the Mayo Melting Challenge. This is day 18. This is Dracula's Zucchini Bread. I didn't do it on day 18. This is one of the last ones I actually melted. I had gone rogue on that challenge at this point. This one is pecan caramel swirl, sugar cookie dough, zucchini bread, and gooey marshmallow. This one was very heavy on the zucchini bread. Yeah, it was okay. Like, this isn't one I would repurchase personally. I didn't so much get the marshmallow or the sugar cookie dough. What I smelled was the caramel pecan and the zucchini bread. It was very pleasant. It was very fallish. The zucchini have a difficult relationship with. I don't like zucchini personally, and so like zucchini smells are okay, and I like zucchini bread in some things. If it's blended with other notes and it's like mixed in, I like zucchini bread scents. But this one was very heavy on the zucchini bread, and that was not a favorite of mine. So that is not one I would repurchase, and that is from Vintage Chic Scents. And that was, again, an okay performer, but not one I would repurchase. Next, we did Goodnight Sweetheart from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is from my most recent order from her. This one I had warmed about a month ago, and it wasn't very strong. I think it needed curing time. Oh, yeah, this one's good. I warmed it again just recently, like this week, last weekend or sometime last week. And it did very well this time. So I think it did just need some time. So this one, Sassy Girl in general does benefit from some age. She says 2 weeks after you receive them, they're good to go. I use them a little bit longer than that. I find they benefit from more age. So Goodnight Sweetheart is pink sugar, sweet lavender, birthday cake, and cotton candy frosting. I mostly smell birthday cake and cotton candy frosting here. The lavender is very minimal, but very, very pretty. Yeah, pink sugar, again, pretty minimal. I say mostly birthday cake is what you're smelling here, and it's a good one. So this was in my daughter's room. We did 4 cubes of this. It was lovely. Again, kind of a one-dayer, but a nice, solid medium performer this time. Loved it. Sorry, guys, this is like the longest what I've been warming ever, because it's like almost a month's worth of warming. Okay, we're down to the last room in my house. We're down to our bedroom. So I had done Summer Rain in there. I did 2 cubes. And then I also did 1 cube of it in the ensuite. So this one I did 1 in the bathroom and then 2 in the bedroom. So it was all the same. I usually don't do that. Usually I will do the ensuite with a different scent, but this time I just did it all the same. This is lovely. This has kind of a coolness to it. I would say maybe from eucalyptus or maybe a mint. There's something cool here though. There's something also a little tiny bit floral. And not so much floral as like stemmy. I would say stemmy or green. But definitely like saturated and wet. It's very nice. This was Bring Back My Bar, I think a couple rounds ago. I did stock up on this. I got 2 or 3 bars of it. It's very, very pretty. It's not one I reach for all that often, but it is lovely. I think for me, because I'm not super into these fresh types of scents, I do have to be in the right mood for this type of scent, but it is a beautiful one. This is one that, yes, I would reach for, and I'm glad I got more of. This one I think lasted a good couple days, at least 2 days in the bedroom, and it was a nice kind of like medium strength. You could definitely smell it when you walked into that room. Next, I did 2 cubes of Zape Lavender Soda. This one is fresh lavender and citrus fizz. And I love fizzy scents, and Scentsy doesn't have any fizzy scents right now. This one is definitely heaviest to my nose on the citrus fizz, and I love Zape's citrus fizz note. Theirs is very, very fizzy. It's a very citrusy, fizzy scent with just a bit of lavender here. This was very, very nice. It was cooling and fun and summery, but also very nice and like nice for the bedroom with that lavender. Really like that. Very good performer. Nice and strong. Good couple days out of that one as well. Really enjoyed that. I would repurchase lavender soda if I was buying some more of them. Bring Back My Bar, I did Silhouette. This was where did I get this? This was a flash sale purchase quite a while ago. I'm not sure what the notes are in this, but this one is very, very pleasant to me lately. This one sat in my collection for, I think, close to a year. And I just kept smelling it and not quite being in the mood for it. This time, like recently, I'm just really, really enjoying this one. So I did this one twice, actually. I did 2 cubes both times in our bedroom. And it was lovely. It's this beautiful, how would I describe this? I would say it's floral. Maybe not floral, but like perfumey. Without being as high-pitched and sharp as something like Iridescent. This is lower toned. There may be some woodsiness in the base, but it's not overt woodsiness. This is like a cozy floral woodsy scent, but perfumey. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to learn there was either tonka or a tiny hint of like a perfumey vanilla in here. That is not the main note here, but there is kind of a smooth creaminess here with just a teeny bit of sweetness. I really like this right now. This is lovely. I would repurchase more if I could. I've been enjoying it in our bedroom. Love that one. I would say it's about a 1 to 1.5 day, like 24 to 36 hour type scent. And about a medium strength. Next we did Whiteout. I did once more with this one. This is currently available in Bring Back My Bar. This one is going in my club. This one is apple, mint, and a tiny bit of like white pine tree or balsam. I think pine tree. This is just gorgeous. Every time I smell this, it's even better. This is like mint with just this like, I keep saying like a slight suggestion of apple and pine. It doesn't smell like real apple and pine. It smells like an artist's interpretation of apple and pine. And like 95% apple in that apple and pine mix. So we have the scent as a whole is like 90% peppermint. And then we have that 10% bit that is apple and pine. Of that 10% bit, it's like mostly apple with just a teeny sliver of mint. So on the whole, the scent is a mint scent. But there is that aspect that is mostly apple with a bit of pine. This is gorgeous. I love it. I love it on cold. I love it on warm. It is cooling. It is pretty. It is sweet. It is just refreshing. It would be cozy in the winter. I love this. This one is going in my club and not coming out. Oh, I love this. This I think would also be nice if you weren't feeling well. I don't think it's gonna like improve your symptoms or anything, but I think it would be a nice soothing one if you were under the weather. Next, I did Coastal Strawberry. This is one that I think I got in a flash sale quite a while ago again, and I really like this one. People tend to like or dislike this one, and I can kind of see why. It is not what you expect when you think of the name like Coastal Strawberry. If I see the name Coastal Strawberry, I'm thinking a strawberry scent with maybe a bit of like aquatic or like wateriness to it. This is like a strawberry seed. Like strawberry pulp and strawberry seed with a little of something else. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a Lush scent that they had a long time ago called Strawberry Fields. I think it was Strawberry Fields Forever, and then I think they're copyrighted by the Beatles probably, and then it became Strawberry Fields. And then they had a shower gel that smelled like it too, called like Yummy Yummy Yummy. That one was strawberry and calamine was I think the scent to that one. And this one reminds me a lot of Yummy 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 or Strawberry Fields from Lush. So if you're familiar with that scent, that was an old school one. I don't know when it was last available, but I'm talking like 15 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago. This reminds me of that. Yeah, so I really enjoy Coastal Strawberry. It is very much on the light side. 2 cubes in the bedroom was light, like 2 to 3 out of 10 in strength. I would say small spaces only and don't have any kind of airflow happening. So if your air conditioner's on, if you have fans going, forget it. This one is not going to hold up. But if you have like a fairly still air and a smaller space, this is very pretty. It's going to be light, but very, very pretty. So I love Coastal Strawberry. I would get more if I could. Then I did Love and Kisses Mini. I did 4 cubes of it, trying to get it to perform, because I had initially done 2 cubes in my daughter's room, and we found it pretty. It just, you couldn't smell it all that much. So I decided to do it in our bedroom, and our bedroom is a little bit bigger. It's not a huge bedroom, but it is bigger than my daughter's room. So we did 4 cubes just to kind of compensate for that. So I did 4 cubes of Love and Kisses Mini. This one is berries, apricot, and I think vanilla, I think it is. On cold, it is like melted apricot ice cream with like strawberries and raspberries. It's beautiful. On warm, this again, even with 4 cubes, was very light. I would say again 2 or 3 out of 10 in strength in our bedroom, and more body care on warm. So I feel like it loses that gourmand vanilla creaminess on warm and becomes a bit more body care, which is also very pretty, but it's not what I love about this bar on cold. What makes this one special is that creamy melted ice cream apricot, and I don't get that on warm here. I get a perfumey, not perfumey, body care fruity scent. It's fine, it's pretty, it's feminine, it's nice. It's just not what I hope it would be on cold. Yeah, it's fine. I do have 3 more bars of this. I will happily use them. I'm going to age them as well and see how they do after a little bit of time sitting. But overall, even with more cubes, this one I couldn't get to perform very well. And again, this is one that people are struggling with. Either you struggle with it or you find it fine. It seems to be one of those ones that is, again, very finicky to location. So again, it may just be my house. It may just be my climate, because some people are having great success with Love and Kisses Mini. I'm just not one of them. Next, we have an item here from Lush. They have started making wax melts that are also bath melts. So this is, oh geez. These are tricky because they come, they're very pretty. Like they're like swirly colors, and I'm trying to get it so it doesn't glare. There you go. This one is Sleepy. So they have these like wax paper wrappers. This one smells like sweet dreams are made of this best-selling lavender and tonka infused potion. Now the Sleepy scent I really like. This is a very cozy, cuddly vanilla lavender type scent, a bit different from anywhere else's vanilla lavender. I really like this scent. It's a nice authentic lavender with that kind of like cozy, cuddly vanilla. I like this a lot. The scent, top notch. Love it. The wax itself can also double as a bath melt. So it is made of cocoa butter, which means you can throw it in your bathtub and use it as a bath melt, because it'll melt in warm water and just disperse in the water, in theory, and give you a nice moisturizing bath. Now, I haven't tried this that way. I have used Lush's bath melts in the past and enjoyed them. I haven't used these wax melt things in the bath yet. And the reason I haven't is because this is a very, very saturated cocoa butter. And I'm thinking that the dyes in that are going to stain the absolute heck out of my tub. I have not tested this theory. I'm kind of scared too. If you've tried these wax melts from Lush and have used them in your tub, I would love to know whether they stained your tub or not, because if they didn't, I'll try this in the bath. Because I love the scent. What I did was used a chunk of wax about this size. So it's about the equivalent of like maybe 2 to 3 Scentsy cubes. I used a pretty large amount in my bedroom warmer. Now, it didn't melt like normal wax because it's not wax, it's cocoa butter. So it did melt, but it became kind of gloppy. The word I would use is gloppy. It did fully melt, but it was gloppy. And I don't feel like it threw the scent really much at all. If I had to give it a scale on a 1 to 10, I'd say 0.5. Like it didn't even hit 1. The only way I smelled that one is if I stood over the warmer with my face this close to the dish and did this. If I was laying like 2 feet from the warmer, I couldn't smell it. If I walked into the room, I couldn't smell it. I had to be literally standing over the warmer going like this to waft it up at me, and then I could kind of smell it a little bit. It was very nice, but so light it was not even worth it. Then I let it go a day anyways to see if it maybe got stronger. It didn't. So then at the end of 24 hours, I decided to change it out. So I go to use my normal cotton balling method. My sister had given me this. She had tried this in her warmers and had said this was an absolute nightmare to work with. She uses the freezer method for her wax. So she puts her dish in the freezer and then tries to pop it out with like something else. Like she uses either a knife or like a spoon or whatever she's got. She couldn't get it out. She said it was an absolute nightmare trying to chisel the stuff out of there. And so I was like, well, no problem. I'll take it then. And I'll just use the cotton ball method. That's what I normally do anyways. So I did. And so I took my 2 or 3 cotton balls and stuck them in there. And the wax, and I guess it's not even wax, it's cocoa butter. The cocoa butter wouldn't really saturate into the cotton even. It was just kind of like surrounding it and not absorbing. So I kind of sopped it up a little bit and then got more cotton and had to like keep sopping it up. And the other thing was the dye in this was so potent and so saturated that it was just kind of smearing purple all around the dish. So even though the cocoa butter was all absorbed technically, there was just this purple remnants just smearing around the glass and making it all streaky and like dirty. Drove me up a wall. This was by far the worst wax removal experience of my life. It smells so pretty. I will never ever put this in one of my warmers ever again. That was a nightmare to get out. It had 0 cent payoff. I don't know what the point was. I really don't. So in theory, I'm hoping I'll use the rest of this in the tub because I'm not going to put it in a warmer. So I have nothing great to say about the Lush Bath Melt / warmer melt. If you've tried this in the bath, please do let me know. I would love to know how this does in the bath. But not a repurchase from me, and I can't believe this made it past like product development, honestly. So there's that. On a brighter note, I also did a sample from my friend Sarah in New Zealand of Vanilla Oud. This is a Scentsy scent that is not currently available. And my friend Sarah has 1 bar left and she very generously shared a couple cubes with me. So this one is vanilla, leather, and oud wood. And I did this in my bedroom and it was gorgeous, you guys. Oh my gosh. Everyone that talks about vanilla oud says it's like the best scent ever. And I knew I would like it. I knew I would. But I loved it. If you liked Pacific Sandalwood, oh my gosh, if you liked Pacific Sandalwood, this is like Pacific Sandalwood, and that's kind of like the notes sound scary with that leather and the wood. The vanilla is very prominent here. So you do have a bit of woodsiness and leather, but it's like it's like 90% vanilla. It's this cozy, creamy, sweet vanilla, warm, cozy. Oh, it's good. The wood isn't overly woodsy. I would say it's very close to the creaminess of Pacific Sandalwood. It's like a slightly stronger Pacific Sandalwood on warm. Just gorgeous. So a lot of people criticize Pacific Sandalwood because it is very light and it is not the best performer. But Vanilla Oud is a better performer and it's equally delicious. So I think if we can ever get that back and bring back my bar voting, we have to. If you liked Vanilla Suede, you're gonna love Vanilla Oud. So I think we need to get Vanilla Oud back somehow. That is a fantastic one. So thank you, Sarah, for sharing that. That was amazing. Then we have another one here. This is from That Smell Good shop. This is a customer blend. This is Blue Sugar, Marshmallow Fireside, and Sandalwood. And this is kind of a pretty scent. This one is, Blue Sugar is kind of like a slightly masculine take on Pink Sugar. This one also has some sandalwood, which to my nose reads a little bit cedary almost even. It's a very pretty sandalwood note she has here. And on warm, the sandalwood came out quite a bit more. It was a very pretty sandalwood. The Marshmallow Fireside, again, complemented that sandalwood really well. Because the Marshmallow Fireside blend she uses here has a woodiness to it as well. It's really pretty. So I did 3 cubes. These are like Scentsy size cubes. No, not quite as big as Scentsy cubes. They're a little bit smaller than Scentsy cubes. So I did 3 of them in the bedroom warmer. And it was on the light side. I would say like 3.5, 4 out of 10. But it was very, very pretty. And it lasted a good couple days. I feel like the woodsy notes in here really carried it. And it was very, very nice. It was kind of like cozy. This would be nice for cooler weather as well. I really enjoyed it and I'm glad I have more. So this was a gift from my friend Emily over at Emily Loves Wax on Instagram. So thank you, Emily. We really enjoyed that one. And last but not least, this I've saved the best for last, I think. This is from my friend Becky. This is from Teddy Bees, and this is London Fog. I did 1 cube in the bedroom. This bar is a size I haven't seen before, so it's quite a bit bigger than a Scentsy clamshell. So it's quite a bit bigger. So the cubes are like maybe the size of like 2 Scentsy cubes. So each cube is about 2 Scentsy cubes. So I used 1 cube of this in my bedroom warmer. And this one is Earl Grey tea, lavender milk with a hint of boardwalk marshmallow. This one is amazing. So Becky knows that I love my London Fogs. Oh my gosh. No, this one's like the best. This is the best London Fog scent. Oh, the marshmallow here is what sells it. Nowhere else that I know of uses marshmallow in a London Fog scent. And I do love me some marshmallow. Oh, and the lavender and the tea. Oh, the tea here is definitely black tea. They've used a nice Earl Grey black tea. Oh, and the lavender is there. The creaminess is there. And that marshmallow just sells it. Oh, I love it. This was, again, I would say on the lighter side, but definitely smellable when you walk in the room. I would say 4.5 to 5 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10. And this one did 2 days. Loved this. I placed a very, very, very large Teddy Bees order during the last pre-order. It will be here probably sometime in August. You have to pre-order it like months in advance. It'll probably be here sometime in August. It's mostly fall scents, and I'll be in the mood for fall scents by mid-August, so we'll be ready to go. But this has made me very excited for that order. I didn't order any more London Fog, but I love this London Fog scent, and if everything else is even close to as good as this, I'm going to be a very happy camper. So thank you so much, Becky. I loved London Fog. And that is what I've been warming over the last few weeks. I hope I can do this more regularly before it gets this big again. So I try to do these like ideally weekly. Weekly hasn't been happening lately. It's been like every 2 to 3 weeks. Well, every 2 weeks I've been doing it usually. But this time it got away from me. So again, June is crazy in my house. We got birthdays and end of school and work is a lot, and there's just a lot going on in June in my family. So that is what's been going on. I hope to be here a little bit more, maybe. We'll see. It depends, because again, summer's coming up, so that kind of changes the routine as well. So we'll see. But that's what I've been warming. I would love to know what you've been warming, what you're thinking of the Bring Back My Bar scents. If you're going to be clubbing any of them, I would love to hear that as well. And if you have any other thoughts to share, I would love to hear that. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.